Welcome to the very first episode of Nuffin but Muffins. We're going to kick off the show with a recipe for blueberry breakfast muffins. These are exquisite muffins. They're crunchy, they're buttery, they're moist, and they're absolutely packed with fresh blueberries. They also have a couple of extra ingredients just for a little extra flavour, a little twist. Once you've made them this way, you will not want to make your muffins any other way. I like to start with the dry mix, so I take my 240 grams of plain flour and I put it into the sieve over the bowl. I take my 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a little bit of salt, less than a teaspoon of salt. So that goes in as well. A lot of people like to just mix this. I prefer to sieve it through a couple of times into a bowl and back again into another bowl. I think it works better. I think that everything gets mixed better. And that should do that. So that's the dry mix done. So now we can take the ingredients for the wet mix and start that. So in a separate bowl, put the unsalted butter, 115 grams of unsalted butter, and 200 grams of caster sugar, and you can begin mixing that. Butter, if you've brought the butter up to room temperature, it will be really soft, easy to work with. And once the sugar and the butter is mixed together like that, it's sort of into a slightly soft cream, sort of slightly soft creamy texture. Then you can add the eggs. Add the eggs one at a time. That really helps with the structure of the muffins once they're finished. So as I say, 1 egg at a time. And then just gradually beat the egg in to the sugar and butter mixture. And egg number 2. Oh, make a mess, but we'll tidy that later. And again, just mix it in. Now this is when you can add 2 ingredients which I think really give these muffins such an edge, a different taste, a little twist on the normal. So I add almond extract, and I also add 1 vanilla pod, or the contents of 1 vanilla pod. Once we have the vanilla seeds there into the bowl as well with the rest of the wet mix, you can mix that around. You can see the seeds quickly disperse and spread throughout the whole mix. So now this wet mixture is absolutely perfect, and that's ready for us to mix the buttermilk, 125 milliliters of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can use milk mixed with lemon juice if you leave it for maybe 20 minutes. But buttermilk just makes the muffins really nice and moist. So just a little of that, and mix some of that in. There we go. And a little of the flour as well. And we'll just gradually do this. Alternate milk, buttermilk, flour, buttermilk, flour, and that will gradually create the batter. Now we can add the blueberries. So these muffins are absolutely packed with blueberries. So there's about 340 grams here for the 12 muffins. So they'll be really packed and really juicy. I also find that using the fresh blueberries does help to keep the muffins nice and moist as well. So we just pour those in. So with the muffin tray lined with the cases, we can spoon in the muffin mix into the cases. Pretty straightforward. Probably helps to have a second spoon just to help take off the batter mix from the main spoon. Now these are almost ready for the oven. They're in their cases. The only thing left to do is to add a sprinkle of demerara sugar over the top of each muffin. That gives them the nicest, crunchiest muffin dome. Just a gentle sprinkle, if it comes off the spoon anyway. There we go, gentle sprinkle of the demerara. Just gives the most crunchy top to the muffins. These muffins are now ready for the oven. So many recipes say 195 degrees, 185 degrees. For me that doesn't work. They don't rise into nice domes. So I always go for about 205 Celsius. And then after a few minutes bring it back down to 195. I just find that it makes the muffins rise more quickly and into a nicer shaped dough. So into the middle tray, the middle shelf should be absolutely fine. Pop those on there. As I say, first few minutes at 205 and then bring it down to 195. So that's about 18 minutes they've been in the oven, and they're definitely ready now. So we're going to bring them out and see how they look. So those are the tastiest, most delicious, moist, juicy, buttery breakfast muffins you can have. These are superb, perfect for coffee. And there is the final product. They've cooled on the rack for a good 15 minutes now, and the big taste test. Let's have a look. Absolutely beautiful. So fluffy, full of blueberries. So here we go, the big moment. Mmm. So moist. Moist and absolutely delicious. With a lovely crunchy top from the demerara sugar. Shouldn't speak with my mouth full, so we'll end it there. They're not perfect. A couple of odd sizes there, but you know, first video. It's live and it's real, so we'll keep it. And we'll see you on the next one.